Hey everybody, so I am doing a product review on a clay mask. I'm also posting this to Facebook, so if I say something, it's probably I'm talking to my friends on Facebook about it. On Facebook, I already posted some before and after pictures. Now, obviously, I've done the mask already, so I've still got some in places. I actually even used my neighbor as kind of like a little helpmate to help me try both different methods out. So the mask that I did was the Aztec Secret Health and Beauty. I was living in Nevada last year, and my roommate, she was doing this mask, and I kind of brushed it aside, didn't think anything of it. Fast forward to today, I won a gift card at work for Amazon, so I thought, let's try it. I wanted something different for my skin, just to kind of help smooth it out, even it out, and just make it a little softer. Just something different. So I decided to try it out. Well, on Amazon, this little jar is about $10. Okay. Now, in the jar, they recommend to mix it with raw apple cider vinegar. Now, I mean, you can probably go to the grocery store and find this hella cheap, no problem. But I wanted for convenience sake, just because I don't have a car and I don't get around a lot. I work, I come home, and I do schoolwork. That's all I do. So I needed something that was going to be easy. Well, this alone is $10. I think it's like $10, $11 on Amazon for one of these. Okay. Then they recommend not to use a metal bowl, because a metal bowl is got all the metals, and that's what they're trying to pull out your face with the clay. So they actually recommend a wooden bowl, a spoon, something to stir with, and a brush like this. So on Amazon, I found a company. It's called Atana Beauty. And Atana Beauty, for $24, you get a bag, and the bag looks like this. And in the bag, you get your healing clay. You also get your apple cider vinegar. You get a wooden bowl, and I'm going to explain this in a second. You get a little brush to paint your face on, and you get something to mix it with. So for $24, that seemed like a darn tootin' good deal. I even just tried to break it down to see if it would be a little cheaper to do it separately and just, and space it out that way and buy each piece independently. Well, it turned out not to be. So, I mean, you can find it for about $24 separately, but I didn't like the quality of the bowls, because Atana actually, and I thought I was getting a cheap plastic bowl, but Atana actually sent me a wooden bowl. So, I feel like that's pretty good quality. I kind of don't really have any thoughts on that. The one thing I will say is that they recommend that you do, and they also give you a scoop, and I think I've got that scoop right there. So they also give you a scoop as well. So the measurement is equal parts apple cider vinegar to clay. Now, the great thing about this is there's a little tag that comes on the front of it. You can download this app. It's called the Transparency app. If you scan it, it tells you where your product originated from. Mine came from San Juan, California, and it was packaged June 18th of this year. So, and I mean, there's even a seal on there that says clay bicarbonate or whatever. And so it's certified. It's not some cheap knockoff of a clay product. And honestly, this is all I would use. I think on Amazon the reviews on this are like 5 stars and above. So I'm not going anywhere else with that. I like that product a lot. Now, this is just one treatment of it. My skin is not cracked, not dried out. It's like super soft. Now, it said that it could make your face kind of blotchy and red. Now, with my neighbor, it made his face kind of blotchy and red. But me, I mean, a little bit and not much. So now, let me break it down to you. First and foremost, after I applied this mask, I went ahead and did some research on it. I thought, because after I wash my face, I always apply a moisturizer just to, keep my face from drying out, because I have pretty dry skin now. So, I went online to research this. I thought, well, let's see what I need to do after I'm done. come to find out, I've actually did this whole process wrong. So maybe you can learn from me, and I'm going to rectify this next time. They recommend you do it about once a week, so this time next week I'm going to do it the way they recommend and see how it's different, because my face is a little bit, I feel like I'm going to have to add some lotion or something to my face here in a minute, because it's starting to feel like it's drying out. But that's just how my face is. So I'm not sure, everybody's a little bit different, everybody has different kinds of skin, so that's to you. So the way that they recommend it is that you use you wash your face with an exfoliant first, and to get all the dirt and grime off your face. Then you apply your mask. Okay. Second thing is, they say to leave it on for, let's see, Atana Beauty says leave it on for, where's it at? It says to allow it to dry 5 to 15 minutes. On the container, it says here, let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes for delicate skin and 15 to 20 minutes for normal skin. So this is what I have to say about that. Do not let it dry. You wanted to get it kind of tacky, and before it completely dries. And like I said, I researched the heck out this for you guys just to give you a full, you know, video tutorial review, whatever you want to call it, and that's not the case. You don't want it to completely dry, because you want to leave it a little bit, you still want to leave it a little bit wet, because once it completely dries, then it pulls all the nutrients and all the good stuff out the skin. So you want to leave it a little bit wet first, so that way you're still keeping some of the moisture in your face. Like that's why my face probably is a little dry, because I probably left it on too long. So I would recommend don't let it dry completely. Make sure, just feel it, make sure it's not too tacky. Now on here it says to, oh, that's in French, can't read French. Yeah, there's instructions in what looks like French and Spanish as well as English. So let's see here. It says here, I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, apply 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. So just use your best judgment on how thick you make it. Now this is the problem I had, and this is why I have a blue bag on this thing. So I don't like to waste. I mean, you get a pound of clay. This right here will last you many, many months, because all you use is once a week, and use a scoop of this once a week. So I feel like it's going to last you quite a little bit if it's just you using it. If you want to get it for you and your roommates and share, I still think you'll use it quite a bit. It'll last you quite a bit. Now, the issue I had was that I had extra. I don't know if I have a tiny head or what, because people were, I saw some videos out here on YouTube, and people still had, you know, they didn't have any product left in the bowl, and I'm like, how did you do that? So, I would recommend, I'm trying to think. I don't think trying to pour it out into another bowl would do the trick. I don't know what's going to happen to this after a week. It might completely dry out, but that's okay, because I'm just going to add more liquid to it. So I really don't want to rinse it out or anything or waste it, because I can just add more to it, and then when it gets, you know what I mean, add a little more apple cider to it, because it's supposed to be equal parts. I'm from Louisiana, so we have something called a roux down here. A roux is equal parts flour to oil or butter, and that makes for your roux, for your gumbo and your etouffee and stuff like that. So, but you're supposed to add liquid until you get the right consistency. So I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's to each their own. You know, everybody does this differently. All I can do is give you my opinion. So, back to the beginning, let me go ahead and break it down how it's supposed to be done. And then I'll tell you how I did it and my views on it. So, apologize, it's a little bit long, but I feel like this is a video for you guys to really watch, so you guys can do this correctly and not risk, you know, any issues with your mask. Because a lot of times people will give a bad review on an amazing product, and it's just because of user error. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but you gotta be honest. Like, sometimes we just mess something up, and we're like, you probably shouldn't have done it that way. And that's okay. So, anyways, the way the several websites said to do it is to do an exfoliant and wash your face. So you wash your face, pat it dry a little bit, then you put an even layer all over your face. Now, I had a little headband, so that way, because I didn't want to get my hair messed up, because I have to work tonight. So, I mean, you can still see there's some there. So, I put a headband and a shower cap on, because I didn't want to get my hair wet in the shower tonight. So, and then I just applied it around. Now, I would, in future, I didn't get this spot here, and I didn't get back in here. So, in future, I might even go farther into my neck. Now, with my neighbor, I went ahead, he's actually bald, so I went ahead and I used the whole entire bowl and just went as far as I could back on his head. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun. So, I was like, why not? Let's be guinea pig. So, once you do that, you let it sit. Now, like I said, don't let it completely dry. Wait till it's kind of tacky. So, about 10-15 minutes. Now, it's going to burn and sting a little bit, and it's going to kind of tingle, and that's normal. So, you just don't be afraid about it. Now, they recommend to use a warm washcloth and wipe it off. Don't. That is not the easiest way to do it. Let me tell you what I did. Okay, I did it 2 ways. Like I said, I used my neighbor as a guinea pig. So I went ahead with him. I went ahead and did my way first. I took a shower and washed my face. Now, granted, my shower, you know, looks like I've been out digging in the mud all day. But it was a lot easier than what I had to go do over my neighbor's house. I came back because we live like in a duplex. So I knocked back on his door, and we got the paper towel, the washcloth, and just tried to wash it off. And it took way too long to do that. It was such a hassle to try to wash it off. It was getting everywhere. It was just a huge mess. And me personally, I would say do it before you have to take a shower. And then just go in the shower and rinse it off. It came off so easily in the shower, and it hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt like hell coming off in the shower. But I would recommend like getting your face all wet in the shower and letting it soak, and then just start rubbing it gently until the pieces start to slough off. Now you'll have to close my makeup's all messed up because I didn't wash my face before. So and then you just let it slough off. It took me not even 5 minutes to completely get this mask off my face in the shower. For him, it took him like 10 minutes. And I'm there trying to help him scrub this stuff off his face and his head. And it was a nightmare. So I would not recommend that. It's to each their own. Like I said, all I can do is try out both methods and see. So now, what the website recommended, the ones I've read, said to use a toner afterwards. So you apply a toner to your skin, and the toner is going to lock in all the good that just happened. It's basically going to lock it all in and just seal it up for you and close your pores back up. Then you apply your daily moisturizer, a thin layer of your moisturizer. And that was the way they had recommended to do it. Me, I haven't done anything yet. I'm about to get ready for work, and I always put lotion on before I get ready for work anyways, so I'll apply a lotion on. Now, my face is normally a little bit red and blotchy in some spots, so, I mean, it kind of stung for a little bit afterwards, but it felt good. My skin felt so amazing coming out of the shower. It was soft, and it just felt really supple and firm and tight. I mean, I'm only 28, but I was like, hey, I feel like I'm 18 again. So, yes, I definitely would recommend this product. I will copy a link for the product that I used on Amazon, because like I said, I would recommend that over anything. So this is after using it twice. I feel like I can probably get, a good amount of dosage just out of this. And this is just raw apple cider, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. So, like I said, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Just feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe. I'm doing more of these videos. I've got a whole host of Amazon products to review. I've got all kinds of stuff I'm going to start reviewing, so please just hit subscribe and check out for my videos. I'm going to try to post one a week, so just be patient with me. I'm a little bit scatterbrained sometimes. I have squirrel moments. Squirrel? No, I'm just kidding. Bye, guys. Have a great night.